As many of you know, a few days back, Bruno Mars sparked a huge debate on Twitter surrounding himself being a culture vulture. This conversation was started by The Grapevine, a group of young black individuals that sit and talk about current issues. Now, in this interview, they basically said Bruno Mars is not an original artist in the same way Michael Jackson or Prince was an original artist, and proceeds to explain how they feel that Bruno is a cultural appropriator. Now, I definitely agree that Bruno isn't an original artist in the same way that Michael Jackson or Prince were. They were very innovative and set the bar. Bruno is sort of reintroducing their sound to a newer generation and mimics them a lot. However, the whole cultural appropriation shit does get on my nerves, but that's a whole nother video. I'm gonna go into detail in that in another video. Do I think Bruno Mars is a culture vulture? Absolutely not. Do I think he's an original artist or an innovative artist? No, but he is a great performer and singer. I just think he's influenced, nothing more, nothing less, and he's made it known, and I'm going to give you some examples of him showing appreciation for the culture. In his 2018 Grammy speech, he said, "I'm 15 years old, and I'm opening up a show in Hawaii called The Magic of Polynesia. Later on in life, I found out those songs that I was singing were either written by Babyface, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis, or Teddy Riley." His 2017 issue with Latino magazine, he said, "When you say black music, understand that you're talking about rock, jazz, R&B, reggae, funk, doo-wop, hip-hop, and Motown. Black people created it all." He said, "Being Puerto Rican, even salsa music stems back to the motherland, Africa. So in my world, black music means everything. It's what gives America its swag. I'm a child raised in the 90s. Pop music was heavily rooted in R&B from Whitney, Diddy, Dr. Dre, Boyz II Men, Aaliyah, TLC, Babyface, New Edition, Michael, and so much more. As kids, this is what was playing on MTV and the radio. This is what we were dancing to at school functions and barbecues. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these artists who inspired me." So he has consistently over the span of his career let it be known he's been influenced by Michael, Prince, Motown, and all of it. Not only him saying it, but you can see it in his music videos, you can hear it in his music, it's in his performances, it's everywhere, it's written all over his career. He has given props to all of the people who have laid the foundation for him. I do want to say, I think that black people aren't necessarily at the forefront of these genres anymore, but I also think that black people need to start supporting the artists they claim they want to see have more recognition, and that goes for anyone, not just black people, but since black people are the ones complaining about this issue, then just support the artists you want to see blow up, you know? Make them as big as Bruno Mars or Cardi B. They'll call out Bruno Mars, who has given props so many times, but they won't call out Lil Pump, Tekashi 69, Post Malone, and Drake, who is a biracial black man who's the biggest cultural vulture of all. Even though I don't necessarily agree with the whole cultural appropriation thing anymore, I do see some valid reasonings in it. For instance, an artist like Post Malone disrespecting hip-hop and saying if you're looking for lyrics, if you're looking to cry, if you're looking to think about life, don't listen to hip-hop. It's just flat out blasphemous. Personally, I do think hip-hop has taken a more dubbed-down term, but there are still tons of songs and artists that evoke emotion and that speak out about important topics in life and are keeping the culture alive. Hip-hop, R&B, funk, jack swing, Motown music has been a part and helped many people dance, get through things, cry, challenge very important cultural conversations, and many more things. I don't think it should be exclusive to one race. However, I do think you should be respectful and aware of the previous generations who have paved the way, which Bruno Mars has done many times, and that goes for any genre, pop and all. Stevie Wonder, the living legend, even came to Bruno's defense, saying, "Here's the thing, God created music for all of us to enjoy, so we cannot limit ourselves by people's fears and insecurities. He's a great talent, so all the other stuff is just bullshit." Wonder added, "He was inspired by great musicians and great artists and songwriters, so that's good." And I couldn't agree more with Stevie. He's simply influenced, and how can you hate on Bruno? He has done nothing but make great music for all of us to dance and sing our hearts out to. Anyways, that's all for today. Tell me what you think down below. Bruno Mars is the least problematic artist. I don't see how anyone can hate on him. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I'm the Honest Boy, and like and subscribe.